So I want to share, I've worked with trauma for decades. And the more I do, the more I realize that the real healing of trauma is to find the part of us that's caught in time. Like you were saying, we parts of us get caught in what we're repressing. But I also love something that Maureen St. Germain says, which is when we're still young enough to be in touch with our liminal nature, that we appoint little parts of our psyche to handle things that don't make sense. So it's like you handle the fear and you handle the anger and you handle the terrible confusion in this house so that we can keep a part of us functional. So it's like just these little, she calls them positive entities that handle things. And those parts get caught in time. So especially if something's shocking, it's like a bit of the soul essence just and doesn't move on. When we say, I got triggered, it isn't that the adult got triggered. It's the part that got caught in time, got activated. And people go, I don't know why I act that way because that kid hasn't been rescued yet. So, what I've learned about dissociation with trauma is the part that dissociates is the part that grows up, gets spiritual, and becomes us. The parts that couldn't get out of the trauma rescued us by sending that aspect. It's just part of the design built into our children that you rescue, you send that which is so precious, it cannot be destroyed, out of the body to the upper world or the middle world. You send that part out of the body, that part grows up, becomes spiritual, becomes us. So they rescued us. Now we get to go back and rescue those kids. So some years ago, a woman I'd worked with first in therapy, we did a lot of incest work and then channeling. She said to the guy I was channeling, it's not fair. We spend our whole childhood going through this horrible stuff, and then we spend our adulthood getting over it. There's got to be a better way. And the guide said, we'll take it under advisement. They came up with this, our version of soul retrieval, which takes about 7 to 10 minutes. And it's it's working with Divine Mother to go find that part that's caught in time. And the way you know which part it is, there's always this scene that you just can't get rid of from your mind, that unresolved piece. So we have somebody figure out what that scene is, and then really ground and center the adult. And we may do this during our 20 minutes later. Ground and center the adult and really arrive in now. And then go with Divine Mother, step into the scene, go to the child, love them up, let them know I'm the adult you've grown up into. I've come to take care of you. I love you. If you'd like, you can come live with me in my heart where I can take care of you every day. They almost always say yes, or with a little therapy they do. Maybe we say, you want to come try it? We'll always bring you back. And then they say yes. So then we ask Divine Mother to bring the child and the adult all the way through space and time. So it's like gathering up your lost energy, bringing the child and the adult all the way through space and time, right into, and we name the date, and into the heart chakra, and ask the angels to make the perfect child's room in the heart for that one. The kind of bed they want and playthings, sometimes an angel shower, and then, if they're willing, a big rocking seat for Divine Mother. And we ask the adult and child to get into her lap, breathe in her love, and breathe all the emotions of the past into her heart. So now the trauma's back there, and the soul essence is here. And the clock starts ticking again and starts growing. You know, we try to work with our inner children, but it's almost like you can't quite touch them because they're not in current time. They don't have presence. For the child, once they're in the heart and with the adult and Divine Mother, they get to feel there's an adult on duty. Finally, there's an adult on duty. There's someone taking care of me. And I think part of the work that is so powerful now is really building this core self. In the trauma work, it's called inner self-helper, your wisdom nature, so that even if part of you is in fear, this part can come on duty. The more you have your oneness, the more you have your potency, the more you have your power, the more you can hear your heart. So as I said, I lived my theme. So I went into a place about a week ago of just deep fear about my practice had gotten less and what happened and where, and I have Pluto on my sun all year long. So I do these underworld dives fairly often, but this was a deep one. And all of a sudden I went, I can't afford to do this. It's okay. I'm touching my fear. I'm embracing it, but I want to be the resource to the fear. And it was almost like scrambling up some cliff sides to get to my inner self-helper that was able to come in and be there for the part that was afraid. And it was amazing, but it was like dimensions from that place. And I think that's what we learn when we develop presence is we can live multidimensionally and we can choose, where am I now? Well, I think I want to be at a little higher dimension. Can I bring that to the fearful part? I didn't abandon her, but she got an adult on duty to help take care of her.